Hey, welcome to Realtime Workflows. I'm MX Bell. I worked on Deadpool and Wolverine, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, 1917, Hobbs and Shaw, Wheel of Time, Little Mermaid, No Time to Die, tons more. What you're going to get in the channel are my pro tips and how I use Unreal Engine to make films. So let's get started. Let's make some stuff. See you down the road. Okay, so we've now got our characters. They're all doing stuff. We've got a little bit of motion here. We've got a little bit of activity. The other thing that we're going to need in a level sequence is a camera, right? So the two ways to add a camera. I always used to do it this way. I would always go add cinematic Cinecamera actor, and I'll drag that in. And as we know, that would then drop a camera in to the origin. So this is now at the world origin. We can right click to pilot the camera if we wanted to. There's a better way though. What I tend to find myself doing is before I've added the camera, I'll be kind of flying around and sort of thinking about what shots I might want to use. And so let's say that I'm gonna have a shot of these guys here, right? What I would usually then do is click this camera button. Now that creates you a camera in the sequence. It's spawnable, which is good, and it creates it in the spot where you just had where you were, which is a really nice feature. When you add a camera, you get this camera cuts track. And the camera cuts track is basically telling you this is the camera view from which this shot would be rendered, right? It's telling you which, in case there's multiple cameras, telling you which camera is going to be, right? So it says object bound object missing. So we need to go right click properties and choose camera binding ID, and we're going to choose our camera. Okay, so now that is our camera. We can also come in here and some of the basic things about a camera. There will be a dedicated class on cameras, but just in case this is the only video you're going to watch, we can change our film back in here. You will have, when you get my, I didn't bring it into this yet, but when you get my starter pack, all the cameras set in there. So I recommend that you use that as a starter project. And you name it something else, and you import your assets into there, and all your camera presets are going to be in there with different film backs. And there's a separate lesson on film backs and lenses and things like that. We can check out, the main thing we want to do is check our two things. So we want to check our focal length. That's set to 35 at the minute. That's fairly standard kind of default camera. And again, there'll be another lesson on lenses and film backs and whatnot. But it's not quite very wide. It's not a long lens by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not very wide. And if we're an environmentalist, I'd sort of think we're going to lean more toward like maybe a 21, which gives us a bit more of a bit wider field of view. And the other thing, nothing looks out of focus right now, but it is kind of. And what we want to do is go to our focus settings. It's good on manual. You want to leave on manual. If you try to autofocus, I tend to find it can, especially for animation, it can lose what it wants to do. I just leave it off. If you draw the debug focus plane, nothing happens now. We're going to left click on this and slide it down. And that's our focus plane, the purple plane. We've now got it 62 centimeters in front of the camera. Let's just gently push it back until it starts to go roughly where and I'm thinking we're going to focus on these girls here. Okay. And now that's our shot. Okay. And that's a shot. That's a level sequence. And that's an introduction to sequencer. That's basically all we use sequencer for. Now, there's a bunch of stuff we can do. For example, if we had something in a level, let's say I didn't want that pizza box there in this shot, but it's in a level. It can be there in most shots, but let's say for this shot, it's a problem. What I can do is I can add that pizza box to here, and we can add an actor hidden in game node. And we can just turn off its visibility. Now it's turned off in this level sequence, but when I close this, what's going to happen is all those characters are going to disappear and return to their original places, and that pizza box will reappear, and that's what will happen. And there we go. And the camera disappeared as well. So all the characters are in the original place, pizza box back. So kind of the sequencer, we can add stuff to a specific shot using sequencer. But also, it's taking things from the level and it's doing stuff with them. And then when the level sequence closes, it just puts them back. And that's Unreal Engine Sequencer. Any questions, any comments? I'm sure I've not been as quite as thorough as I could be. I'm trying to keep these kind of brief and snappy. So anything you're not sure about, let me know in the comments. Grab your starter pack by signing up to the mailing list, and I will respond to the comments. And if there's a particular thing that seems to be bugging a lot of people, I'll respond with a video. So see you down the road.